Hello and welcome once again to my Thief Deadly Shadows walkthrough with Crazy Man Gone Wild. We are now inside the Keeper compound and are about to listen to a conversation.
278 years, Keeper Warwick. I read my histories.
I
Though,
bet you
of course,
do.
there have been the unexplained disappearances.
The Council must respond to this, quickly and decisively. Come, let us take our places. And when the vote comes, I trust you will step forward with me to be counted. We will need every vote in favor we can muster. Attendance in the Council is lacking.
Wonder what they have left to decide. Maybe I can persuade a few keepers to vote my way.
Yes, Garrett, I think I can persuade a few keepers by bashing them in the head with my friend Jack. And, I'm running, like, stepping all over them, I guess. Sound? A noise? Maybe coming out of your mouth?
I saw something move.
Maybe it was maybe it was the wind, or maybe it was your shadow. Down the stairs you go. You were persuaded. Yes, I see some loot. And anyway, for this first part of the mission, we are looking for 24 pieces of loot. And I see our first two right here. 1, 2. Look at that. Lovely 2 pieces. And, so that's 2 out of the 24 pieces we need. And especially if they're all grouped in one spot. I think that would kill me. But I saw a book. Let's read it. The blue flame blazes, the deadly shadow amass. The pendulum swings in wider and wider arcs. Our efforts have garnered not balance, but chaos. And the unwritten times will be upon us. The first sign was mapped out in the darkness. In the return of the trickster, the eye was opened, and the city seemed sure to fall into madness. The balance tripped from civilization toward savagery, while the darkness was defeated by the true keeper. Trickery thrown back onto the trickster himself. The balance shifted, and the second sign was graven, and it seemed iron triumph our flesh and leaf, and the hammered faction stood in full force behind a mad prophet. The machine fell to its own power, and the prophet's tongue was still, but the pendulum swings yet. Both factions, Greenwood and Machine, will again strive against each other, and the world will turn between them. All will be darkness and shadow, and the future shall be unwritten forever. Well, that's an interesting prophecy, especially because in the first thief, technically the one who stopped the trickster was us, so I guess they're talking about us being the true keeper. And I guess that's why the keepers trusted us, and then they sent enforcers to kill us.
Elsewhere this night, but for those that remain, I now bring this council to order. The The question we consider first is whether access to Catechus chambers shall be proscribed. Shall we remove
Yes.
a guard from the Grand Hall and send him to guard the scene of Interpreter Catechus' murder?
A guard will hardly stop Garrett.
True.
And will only cause trouble for our own work.
Yes, this is true.
The violence in the city is growing. We need not add to it by arming our own against each other.
Well spoken, Holmes. Weigh all that you have heard and all that you know in consideration. Remember, a majority vote is needed to take action. If your vote is to be yes, you must step forward and be counted. If your vote is to be no, remain unseen in your alcove. And the question before us is, do
No.
you wish to have Catechus chambers guarded? Keepers,
No.
make your decisions known now. The decision of the council is no. The guard shall remain at his post in the Grand Hall.
Good.
The second issue at hand concerns some books in the Elder Libraries which may shed light on the unwritten times. A proposal has been made to bring these precious volumes upstairs to the Hall of Scribes for further study, and where, under many watchful eyes, we might ensure the safety of these valuable chronicles. It is no secret that there have been disappearances. So, shall these books be moved to the Hall of Scribes?
No.
The only reasonable vote is for the safety of these precious books.
They're so precious, why move them?
The books are fragile and will not stand the move or harsh treatment.
See?
Been safe up until now. They should remain
So they can go
where
into
they
my-
are.
Thank you for all your words.
So they can go
Weigh
into
all
my
that you
pocket.
have heard and all that you know in consideration. And the question before us is, should the books in the Elders' Library be brought to the more populated scribe room for
How would
study?
you do that?
The decision of the council is no. The volumes in question shall remain in the Elders' Library and for study at some later time. If there is no further business, we shall adjourn.
Yes, no more business. Well, that was quite of a boring conversation. But anyway, across the way from us is where we eventually go to Keeper Orland's office. We could right now currently just tag along the walls, get over there, and try to jump around. But I don't want to take the risk in killing myself, so I'll just go this other way, because I saw a book in the beginning of the game, and I didn't want to waste time looking at it when they were walking away from us, when we need to cancel their vote. So, because I don't like people who vote in politics. Well, here's that book. The coming of the third dawn shall be seen upon the land as the beginning of the end, as the opening of the unwritten times. The order of the glyphs shall be touched by the ancient and the rich, and the words of the glyphs shall unwind. Well, it's quite interesting. Huh. Fire arrows. Do I actually need fire arrows? No, I'm almost set with fire arrows, but I'll take them anyway. Oh, look at that statue. How ugly. And a note. Until further notice, all glyph doors shall be sealed until the brethren and betrayer has been dealt with. We cannot allow unfettered travels through our compounds. Acolytes shall take care to travel in pairs and remain vigilant. Interesting. So, they're all going to be in pairs, and we did see those two earlier trying to vote, but we persuaded them. And at the top of the stairs, there's no pair. I seriously needed to learn how to pick locks, because it seems to be taking me longer than it used to. Hey, look, a health potion. And a person. Hey, isn't that where we were sitting? But I also want to know who would be putting a health potion on a chair. That is an odd placement for a health potion.